This
listening.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. All right, cool. So should we start? Let's start with the first one.
Okay. I won't be able to click
Okay.
back and forth, so I'm just gonna listen to you read them off.
Okay. The high temperature today was 94 degrees.
94 degrees.
The low temperature was 68 degrees.
Low 68 degrees.
Okay. So you've got high of 94, low of 68. And the question is, how much did the temperature rise today?
68.
Low 68.
Low of 68. Yep.
Okay, 68, 69. 74, 172, 73, 24, 75, 76, 77, 78. 78, 79, 80, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 88.
26.
26?
So did you take 94 minus 68?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
I was actually at.
Why would you add?
Because
That's right. So it increased by 26 degrees. So if I was writing that, and I think you guys did this, and you probably wrote it down, writing it in expression, how did you get to the 26?
I did 94 minus 68. And
There we go.
yeah, I got 26.
All right. Very good.
94 minus 68. 26 degrees.
That's what I did in my packet.
Okay.
And you kept trying to make me add, and I was trying to, and I was like, no, it's subtraction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got the right piece. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think when I do a problem like this, I always want to set it up with the 94 on top and the 68 on the bottom so that I can easily subtract. You could write it horizontally, but I think it's easy. Can you see me on the screen?
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay,
right.
cool. So I wrote it out like this, at 94 minus 68, so that I could do my subtraction right here.
Okay.
You see? It's just
Mhm.
easier for me to stack the numbers so I can easily subtract instead of writing the equation horizontally. Okay, let's look at number 2 here. Are you ready for 2?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is the crew there ready for 2? Everybody? All on board? All right, cool. Okay, so problem number 2. Joyce gives her children an allowance. If the total amount of the allowance is X, and she must divide, okay, so X is the total, and she must divide it equally among her 3 children,
Okay.
how much allowance will each child get?
X divided by 3. And they didn't give us a number, right? They just said allowance.
They didn't give us a number. They just want us to write the expression. Yep.
So
Joyce
would it
gives her
be
children allowance. The total is X, and she must divide it equally among her 3 children.
It'd be X times 3.
Okay. So would it be, she said X times 3. I get X divided by 3.
That's right. X divided by 3.
Okay.
And a way to check these problems, what I always like to do, just to make sure that I get the right answer, is I think, okay, they've given me X, but I can use a number for X, right? So I would want to pick a very a very easy number that is divisible by 3. So if I was, wondering how that could work, I would say, okay, let's say I do 30. So 30 divided by 3 is 10, right?
Yes.
Which is our same equation as x divided by 3. So then if I wasn't sure if that was the right way to set it up, I could say, well, if each kid gets 10 and I have 3 children, then I reverse it and I say 10 times 3, and I know that 10 times 3 is 30. So we have set the equation up correctly up here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just to sub in a number so you can check to make sure that the structure of the equation works right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so problem number 3. Extra value packages of tissue boxes contain 30 extra tissues in each box.
30 extra tissue in each box.
Okay? If a regular box contains 120 tissues, okay,
Okay.
and Lizette bought 4 boxes of extra value tissues, how many tissues did she buy in all? The total amount of tissues she bought.
Okay, you said 30, 100, and what was the last number?
So the first one is 30 extra tissues in a box for a value pack. The regular box of tissues contains 120 tissues. And Lizette bought 4 boxes of extra value tissues. And so they want to know how many total tissues did she buy in all?
34.
Okay. So let's write out the problem, okay?
Okay.
So if a regular box of tissues contains 120 tissues, so I'm writing out 120.
Oh, 120. Okay.
120. Yep.
Okay.
So regular is 120.
Mm-hmm.
And the value pack contains 30 extra tissues.
Okay. So 30.
So what would be my equation for finding how many tissues are in a value pack?
120 divided by 4.
Well, hang on. We're trying to find out the total amount of tissues in the value pack. So if I know that a regular pack has 120, and I know that a value pack has 30 extra tissues, how do I find that total amount of tissues in the value pack?
Do you do 120 times 30?
Well, think about it this way. So I have one pack of tissues.
30.
120 what?
Plus 30.
You got it.
120 plus 30. And then we do times 4, right?
That's right.
Okay, so now let me do this.
What does that equation look like written out? How would you write that out?
I did 120 plus 30 times 4 equals
600.
Did you put the 120 plus 30 in parentheses?
no, but
okay.
Oh, okay. So it's the 4 on the outside, right?
You got it.
It's 120 plus 30 parentheses equals. Okay. So 4.
This is what my equation looks like.
Oh, okay. So the 4 don't go. Okay, so the 4 go behind the. Okay.
I think I'm backwards. Either way, you could put it before or after, but the important thing is to remember is we want to find out. We need to do the addition first. We need to add the 30 tissues to the baseline of the box, the 120, and then we want to multiply it by 4.
4. Okay.
Yep.
120.
So now we got to plug and chug and do the math.
50. What you got, baby?
610.
Okay. 150 times 4. 20. She got 600 and something.
10.
10. 4. 5, 6. I got 600.
I got
Four.
600 too.
Okay. So how did you get 16?
Because ain't it 120 plus 30?
120 plus 30 is what?
150.
150.
150 times 4.
4.
That is a 0.
Mm-hmm.
And
Then 4 times 5 is what? Okay. 20, right? Yeah, you miscalculated.
No, I messed up because
Okay.
I messed up because I put a 1 0 to 5.
Okay. So 600 is the
So we all
answer.
got 600. Okay. 600, right. Okay. All right. So we have the next problem. Leon and Lynn. Okay. Leon and Lynn drove their truck 640 miles one day.
640 miles one day.
On one day, and then 530 miles the next day.
130
So day one,
miles.
530. Yep. So day one, they drove 640. Day two, they drove 530.
Okay.
If they each drove the same number of miles, how many miles did they each drive? So how would we figure this out? So one day they did 640 miles, and the second day they did 530 miles, and they both split the total driving time right down the middle in half.
Okay. So 640 one day, 530 the next day. So 640. Will we add this together?
Okay, good. Step one. Yep.
8.
Find the total number of miles.
Okay. And then since they're splitting it, you divide it by 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let me get my calculator. Cause divide by 2. So the answer will be 590. Right? Oh, she's
I'm doing long. See now you're gonna make me do long division here. Hold on one second. Okay, so we took you got the 640 plus the 530. What'd you get for that?
1,180.
So I got something different.
Okay, well let me
So I always
recalculate.
redo that math.
Okay.
Don't forget to stack the numbers on top of each other. I always put the 640 on top plus the 540 below.
540. I thought you said 530.
So it's 640 plus
Mhm.
530, 530.
Oh, okay. So 0, 0.
Mhm.
Okay. You got 585? Okay, hold on, wait. 0, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 6. So it's 11. It's 1,170.
Correct.
Okay. So she got 585. That's probably what it is. What it was. 70 divided by 2. 585.
Yep.
Okay. See, I added wrong. Yeah.
I know that it's good to take these problems step by step, because if you make a mistake in the first part, then you're gonna get the wrong answer in the second part. So we got to check the
Yeah.
first part of the problem, and then we'll move on to the second part to make sure we do our math, our addition correctly. Okay. So here's another one on this page. There are 24 cans of
24
olives in a case.
cans of olives in a case.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy stocked 3 cases,
3 cases.
and there were already X cans on the shelf.
X cans. Okay, so this would be
And the question is, how many cans of olives were there on the shelf when he finished stocking?
okay. So we had 24 cans already. So 24.
Well, so there are 24 cans of olives in one case.
Oh, in
Jeremy
one.
stocked 3 cases.
Okay, plus 3. No.
And then it says there were already X number of cans on the shelf.
Okay, so that'd be 3 plus 24 equals X.
Well, think about this. We're trying to figure out how many cans. Let's say Y equals total number of cans on shelf.
Okay.
Okay? So I just wrote that out. I wrote Y equals total.
Okay.
If I
So-
know that I'm starting with X,
3 cases.
right?
Uh-huh.
And there are 24 cans in one case, and he put 3 cases on the shelf. So how
So
do I
it'd be
find out how many cans total those 3 cases had?
24 times 3.
You got it.
I got 72.
So
72. Ooh, I put
let's
3.
do that math. Let me do it real quick.
24 times 3. 72.
I got the same thing. So then how do we get that total number? What's
They're
the
so
equation
small.
for the total?
72 divided by X.
Well,
She
think
says
about,
divided by X. Or could we just
well,
do 3 times 24 equals 72?
well, 3 times 24, that gives you the number of cans of olives that Jeremy stocked,
Okay.
right? Because there were 24 cans in a case, and he stocked 3 cases. So we determined that Jeremy himself stocked 72 total cans, but there were already X number of cans on the shelf. So if I'm
Okay.
trying to find the total, what would my equation be?
Will you subtract
We want to find the total. Cans on the shelf and cans that Jeremy stocked. So what does that equation look
okay,
like?
so okay, hold on. So do we do 72 plus 24? No. No.
So they're giving us this variable of X, but they're not telling us what X is.
Okay. So
So
X is not 72 then. Okay. So
correct.
okay, so 3 times 24 is 72. And then we still have an X.
So
So
what does that equation look like? How do I find the total number of cans?
72 times X.
Is
No.
it times? Let's say
The
this.
total.
I
So
have,
72 plus X because it's a
you
total.
got it. Exactly.
Okay, so 72 plus X.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. Should we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. This is, okay. We are on the evaluating equation page.
Okay.
Okay. Do you see the PDF, or should I read this?
You can read it.
Okay. So for evaluating equations, it says sometimes you'll need to evaluate numerical expressions or simplify algebraic expressions that have several different operations. Each operation must be done in a specific order.
Okay.
So order of operations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do we start with? We start with
Parentheses.
parentheses. What do we do
Already.
next?
Exponents.
Uh-huh. And then what?
Multiplication.
Uh-huh.
Division, division, addition, subtraction.
You got it. So this is kind of silly, but this is what I always remember learning in school.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Yeah, exactly. And I'll still write it out to this day just to make sure that I remember. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's exactly right. Okay.
Jill be fine.
Okay.
Jill up there having a nice time. Leave him alone, okay? Go use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so here's the first example they give us, or here's the first one they give us. Ready?
Okay.
And I'll tell you when there's parentheses, and I'll tell you when it's just an equation, okay?
Okay.
So the first one is 5 times 4 plus 9.
5 times 4 plus 9.
Yep.
Okay, so this would be 29.
What do we do? Well, what do we do first?
You do the multiplication first.
You got it. And then you add the 9. Did you get 29? I think you're still on mute. There we go.
There we go. Okay, so do multiplication first. So that's 5 times 4 is 20. And then you add the 9, so it's 29.
Yep, that's exactly what I got. Okay.
Okay. Then,
Second one.
class.
3 times 7 minus 6.
3 times 7 minus 6. Okay, so that's do multiplication first. So 21, take away 6. 15.
15, you got it. Good job. Good job. All right. Okay, 8 divided by 2 plus 4. No parentheses in this one.
8 divided by 2 plus 4. So 8 going to 2, 4, 2 plus it's 4 times. So it's 8.
You got it. Okay, 9 minus 12 divided by 2.
Divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 4. Take away 9. It's 5.
Okay, let's try that one again. So we've got 9 minus 12 divided by 2. What do we do first?
You said 9. Wait, say it one more time. I'm sorry.
You got it. 9 minus 12
Oh, 12.
divided by 2.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So I thought that what they said too. Okay. So we do the subtraction. No, you do division first. So you do 2 divided by 12, which is 6. And then
Yeah,
you
12 divided by 2 is 6. Yep.
subtract 9. So 6.
That's 3.
Yes, 3.
Nice. Okay, let's keep moving. You're doing great. Okay, 22
20
minus
minus
7, and now we're in parentheses, 7 plus 6.
7. Oh, so it's 22 minus 7, and then parentheses 7 minus 6.
22 minus, in parentheses, 7 plus 6.
7 plus 6. Okay, so it's not a 7 right there. Okay, so we do what's in parentheses first. So 7 plus 6 is 7. 13. 13 take away 22 is,
13 take away 22.
yes. 3.
Oh, how was that? 13 take away 22.
Because 7, we got to do what's in parentheses. 7 plus 6 is what?
That's 13.
Okay, so then you got to take away the 22.
7, and you still gotta have a parentheses under 13 because they have right there.
No, I don't know. I don't know what they be teaching you.
So it's 13 times 7.
10 take away 13.
Because 7 was out of the parentheses. Make multiplication right there.
So that's the equation.
So it's negative 9.
Well, it's 22 minus the combination of 7 and 6. And you told me 7 plus 6 is 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 22 minus 13. So I just set it up like a
90. It's 9.
subtraction problem, and you get 9. Yep. Nice. Okay. Couple more of these. Ooh, this is a good one. 58. This is what the equation looks like.
58.
So when you
Parentheses.
see a number, yep, right next to a parenthesis, what does that mean?
It's a division. I mean multiplication. I'm sorry, multiplication.
Multiplication. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So what do we do first?
You do 58 times 19, right?
Well,
No.
What's first?
The parentheses. 19 take away 13.
Parentheses first. Yep, always first.
Away 13. 9 take away 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. 19. Okay. 13 is 6. And then
You got 6? Yep.
yes, and then we do
Good.
6 times 58 is
You got
340.
it. What'd you get?
348. Oops.
That's what I got too.
All
Okay.
right.
Here's another one. I've got 4. I'll show you the equation because I think that's the best part to see how this all works. So this is what they're giving us. 4 divided by 3 minus 5. Oh, sorry, that's a plus. That's a plus. 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 minus 5.
3. Okay. So what do it look like?
So what do we do first?
What's in parentheses right here? The 4 plus 3. Okay. You do what's in parentheses, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 take away
Mhm.
5 is 2.
You got it. Great. Okay, here's another one. 36 in parentheses minus 4 divided by 8.
36. 36 minus 4
Mhm.
divided by 8.
So what do we do first?
The parentheses.
You got it.
So
I got 4.
36 minus 4 equals 35. You said you got 4?
Yeah.
35 divided by 8. Okay, let me do that one more time. 36 take away 4. 32. 32 divided by 8 is 4.
Yep.
You move
Cool. That's
fast
what I
over
got too. Okay, next problem is 18 plus
there. My
3.
brain's old.
What is it?
Okay, you say what? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. 18 plus 3 divided by 7. And the problem looks
18
like this.
plus 3. Oh, divided by 7. That's how the problem look. Okay, so
So what do we do first?
you got to divide 7 by 18. No.
We've
No.
got the
Okay.
18 plus 3
Okay,
all on the
so
top, and then divided by 7.
Okay, so
It's 3.
So this is an interesting rule to our dear friend. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you have an operation above or below the division bar, this bar right here, you do that operation first and then you divide.
okay,
So
so you
this
do the
operation
18 plus
sitting on the
3.
top, you do the 18 plus 3 first and then divide by
Okay.
7. Yep.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't for sure. It threw me
Yeah.
off because it's a division problem. 20. You said what it was, Naya? 3? Yes. I agree with you without using calculator.
I agree with you guys too. Okay, 14 minus 6 over 2. Same sort of setup. So we have the 14 minus 6 in the top there.
Minus 6 over 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4.
8. 4.
Mm-hmm. That's what I got too as well.
Let's see, everybody little
Okay,
brain.
here we go. Now we're gonna flip it. 30
Okay.
divided by 2 plus 3, and this is what the equation looks like.
30 divided by 2 plus 3.
I can see it.
What do we do first in this equation?
Do we add the bottom 3 and 2 and then divide
You
it by
got
30?
it.
Okay.
Yep.
You got it? No. So it'll be 6.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay, here's a fun one. Okay. 25 plus 36 minus 19 all over 6.
Okay, 25 plus 36 minus 19 over 6. Okay, so
So what do we do first?
we do the 25 plus 6.
It's 36.
Oh, 36. 25
Mm-hmm.
plus 36. 61.
Then what do we do?
61 minus 19
Mm-hmm.
equals 42.
Mm-hmm.
We do 42 divided by 6,
Mm-hmm.
and we get 7.
Got it. All right, great. Just a couple more of these, and then we can move on. Okay, so now we've got a power. Now we've got an exponent. 5 squared minus 7.
5 squared minus 7. Okay, so that is
So what is 5 squared? What does that
20.
mean?
So 25 take away 7.
Mm-hmm.
Equals 18.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about this one? 6 squared divided by 4.
6 squared divided by 4. 6 times 6 is 36 divided by 4. 9.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a good one. 2 squared times 3 squared.
2 squared times 3 squared. 2, 4 times 3, 6. What? I think I did this wrong. Let's see. 2 squared is what? 4. And then 3 squared is 3, 6, 9. 3 squared is 9. Okay.
What'd you get?
I
got 36.
4 times 9 equals what she said, 36.
She got it. Yeah, and sometimes I'll write out multiple steps just to make sure I'm on track. So I'll write, 2 squared, I know that's 4, times 3 squared, I know that's 9, equals 36. So for these multi-step problems, I'll often write them just to make sure I don't make an error in one of the steps along the way. Okay, last one, the last problem of this set, we've got 4 parentheses, 4 squared plus 4. A lot of things going on here,
Hold on.
like this.
Oh, 4. Hold on, wait. I heard he done eating. Hold on, I'll be there in a minute. 4 squared plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna do with some parentheses first. So 16 plus 4. 16 plus 4. 16 plus 18, 19, 20. 20 times 4.
Why would you do that? I'm done telling you something. No, you wasn't. Extra. I got 48. Move it back.
I got 80.
I got 82. Yep, 80 as well. Yep. Mm-hmm.
How you
How did I get 80 if we got to do 4 squared first?
4 squared is how much?
8.
16. 16 plus 4. And then you get 20. And then you multiply it by 4, which is 80. Okay.
You got it. All right. Are you ready for a couple more?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is simplifying each algebraic equation. Okay. So first we have 2x plus 3x
3x
minus 2x.
minus 2x.
That's 3x.
2, 5, 5x, take away 2x, 3x.
Yep.
And I didn't do
Nice.
it. But see, it's just standing right there, up strong. And
Nice job.
Dang, hush.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
19x minus
2x
2x plus
2x
9x.
plus 9x. Okay.
So that's what that equation looks like.
Okay. 9 to the 1 is
I got
8.
26x.
8. Let me see. 19 to the 11. 8. I got 8.
I got 8 as well because we had to do the addition first
Gotta
before
do
the
the addition
subtraction
first,
piece.
and then the subtraction.
Okay, good job. Here's one more. 3 times 8x
3
minus in
times.
parentheses.
Oh, wait. 3 times 8x minus 4x.
4x. Yep.
See?
See that. Minus 4x.
Yes.
Minus 4x. Yep.
So we're going to do 3 times 8.
That's 20x.
24x. Take away 4x. So, yes, 20x is the answer.
That's what I got too. Great. Okay, next one is 15x divided by 3.
15x divided by 3. Then, shh. 15x divided by 3 plus 8x.
Plus 8x. Yep.
Plus 8x.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have to do division first. So 15 divided by 3.
That's 13x.
2 divided by 3. 5x plus 8x. 5 plus 8 equals 13x.
That's what I got. Okay. Couple more of these. Ready?
Okay.
7 times in parentheses 2x plus 5x.
2x plus 5x. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. 7
That's
times
63.
7 times 7. 49. 49x. How you get 63?
49x.
5 plus 2 is what?
7 times 7.
7 times 7 is 49. Okay. Dean, go back upstairs. Bye. I told you I'm in class. You just continue to talk. Bye. Okay.
Okay. 25x
25x
minus 3x
3x
plus 2x.
plus 2x. Okay. So 5x. So it's 20x.
That's what I got. Okay, two more on this. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
20x divided by 4 plus 6x.
6x. Okay. So we do 20 divided by, that's 5x plus 6x. Yes, 11x.
Okay, last one like this. Ready? 22 times 3x.
Times 3x.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 22.
That's
22
66.
times 3. 66 what?
X.
Oh, okay. You gotta put the X in because if it ain't, that's wrong.
You
66.
can't forget the X. You can't just let the X drop out of there. Okay, 66x. Cool, we got it. Okay, now we got a couple more word problems here. Okay, so we're switching back to word problem gear. Okay, Mandy's grandfather told her that he is 6 times her age.
6
Okay,
times her age.
if Mandy is 10, how old is her grandfather?
I knew it was about to be like, it's 60.
60.
You got it.
I was like 6
Okay.
times each. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got it. They're going to start us out easy, and then, they're going to get it a little more challenging here. All right, let's see. Each volunteer at the crisis center must have 30 hours of training.
30 hours.
Okay? Nadia is doing 6 hours of training per day.
6
Okay?
hours.
So 6 hours per day.
That's 5.
She has already done 2 days of training. How many
2
days of
days.
training does she have left?
Okay. They require 30 hours altogether.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 6 hours. She got 2 days left, you said?
So she's done 6 hours of training per day, and she's done 2 days of training.
Okay.
So we want to figure how many days of training she has left.
12. 12. 12 is 24. So that's 2 days. She has 3 days left.
That's what I got too. How did you solve that?
I did what I do?
I was gonna say she got 14 hours left.
Yeah, I did 6 hours per day. You said she worked 2 days already. So 6 and 6 is 12. I did 12 more, which would make 24, and I just added something. Let's do that. I added 30. I had six more hours to make it 3 days. Did I say it right?
So I got the same answer, but let me show you what I did.
Okay.
So I wrote it as a problem, and I'll show you how I was thinking about this. Okay. So this was the equation that I wrote.
Okay.
Okay, because I said if 30 is the total, right? And we want to figure out how many she's already done. Well, we know she's doing 6 hours per day. So how many hours has she completed in total, right?
2.
We know she's already done 12, right? So if the training total amount is 30 and we know she's already done 12, I wanted to figure out how many more hours she had. So I took 30 minus 12.
Okay.
So what did I get when I did 30 minus 12?
18.
So I got 18. But then the answer says not just how many hours left, but how many days left. And so I knew that she was doing 6 hours of training a day. So if she has 18 hours left and she's doing 6 a day, I took 18 divided by 6 to get to 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what does that make sense? How I broke that down? Okay. Cool. All right, here we go. Next one.
It's 7 o'clock already. Golly.
Oh my gosh. Whoa. We plowed through so many problems. That's awesome.
That is over. That's
You guys are a true team over there. I like it. I like it. We got ideas bouncing back and forth. That was really cool.
Yes. It was like, golly, I look up like 7 o'clock. Like, where did time go?
So are you still working on some problems now? Do you want to work through some of these? Hey, Todd.
I think Todd went to sleep on us.
Just checking back in.
We covered a lot of problems.
Good. Excellent.
Got through a lot of good stuff.
All right. I'm going to stop
The power
this